22 of the Advent calendar. We are getting really close to the end now, and it's been so fun to spend all these days getting creative and reflective and having fun with you. So I hope you're all in the Christmas mode by now, and you're looking forward to the next days with your friends and your family. And today I'm going to make a beautiful, super yummy peanut butter, chocolate, oat, honey bar, bliss bomb, whatever you want to call it. Really is a good one for yourself or to give as a gift for friends. So it's very simple, very easy, and we're going to just show you how to make it today. So you see the recipe card attached to the video with all the ingredients that you need, and then just to process everything you need some kind of blender, a Vitamix, juice smoothie blender, something like that. And also you need either like one of this kind of silicone mold things, or you just need a baking tin with a piece of baking paper to kind of line that one. Alright, and then so the first thing we're going to do is you're going to start with your oats. So I think the recipe said 3 cups of oats, and we're going to make a bit of flour with that, but it's nice that the bar has a little bit of crunch to it sometimes, a bit of texture. So we're going to just take half of those oats, we're going to blend them, and the rest of them we'll leave whole. That's just going to mix through. So you don't have to be super precise, but roughly about half of the oats that you've got, we're going to send them into the blender. Maybe I just hold it over the bowl and mindfully pour this in. The rest of them are going to go into the bowl anyway, so it doesn't matter if they fall in. So you want about 1.5 cups into the blender. Okay. A little bit out of there and a little bit in here. Perfect. So I'm just going to kind of zhuzh that up until it looks a bit more like a flour. Okay. Just hold your ears. Okay, so it doesn't need to be super fine, but you can see it's already quite powdery. And then I just throw that in with the rest of the oats. Okay. And then all the other ingredients pretty much that we have there. So it was 1/2 cup of honey goes in. Maybe just getting all of that out with your spoon. Don't want to waste any of the good stuff. And shoot. Okay. And then peanut butter. It was 1.5 cups, which probably works out to be the most of the container. So you can see this is going to be pretty yummy. Who doesn't love peanut butter? Okay, so the next thing is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just a nice pinch of salt. Okay, then we wanted 1/3 cup of our coconut oil. 1/3. Hopefully I'm good at pouring this. Shoop. Into there. And actually there's one more thing that I forgot, but even if you don't have this, it's kind of optional and it doesn't matter, but if you do have it, chuck it in. And that is vanilla extract. And I think we just want a teaspoon of that. So we're just going to rub that in. Shoop. And you can smell the goodness. Cool. And I think now we're just going to mix all this together. So let's get our spoon. Peanut butter. Okay. Mix it until it's all nice and combined. And this is a good one because, okay, maybe it sounds pretty scrumptious, but it's also a really good protein hit. So the oats, the peanut butter, you got the honey, the good honey in there, coconut oil. So they're all really good ingredients for you. You know, we're not using processed sugars and all that kind of stuff. No butter. So it's not the worst treat that we could be having. And also it's Christmas time. Okay, so when it's kind of all nicely kind of incorporated like that, and it's a little bit chunky because we left those oats nice and whole, but that's going to give it a really nice texture. You can blend the whole thing, but then it's like kind of like fudge. So whatever you guys prefer. And then I'm just going to take my mold and I'm going to fill that in. Shoop. And I'll just flatten it out so that it's even, more or less even. Doesn't need to be perfect. You want to make sure that everyone kind of gets a fair portion. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So now it's in my mold and it's already quite nice and sturdy. The next step we're going to do is prepare the melted chocolate to go onto the top. So while we're going to do that, we're going to just chuck that in the fridge. Cool. And now I can get my chocolate ready, my coconut oil, and move on to the next steps. So to do the chocolate layer, we're going to take our 1 cup of chocolate and put it, we're going to take our 1 cup of chocolate and we're going to take 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, put them together. Una, dua. And now we need to melt them. So we can either melt them in the microwave, and you kind of just microwave it 20 seconds at a time just to sort of let it melt gently. So don't just chuck it on for like 5 minutes straight away because it'll burn the chocolate and stuff like that. So just do a little bit at a time. If you don't have a microwave, that's cool. You can just melt it over the stove using that double boiler technique. So, you know, a pot with a little bit of water, let that boil, stick another pot on top, put in your chocolate and your oil, and then just melt that gently over the stove. So I'm going to take the cheat option because I have a microwave, and not the healthy option, just the cheap option. 20 seconds, and then I'm going to check it. I'll probably give it a little stir, help it to melt a bit faster. So I've got almost. Okay, and so more or less after 3 rounds in the microwave at 20 seconds each, they've melted, and I'm just going to stir them that the coconut oil and the chocolate actually mix into each other. And it looks so good. So it looks nice and kind of integrated, and it gets more and more appealing to the eye. So once we've done that, we take the oat slice back out of the fridge. We're going to put the chocolate on the top. So now this is chilled a little bit more, or it's chilled a little bit in the fridge. And now you can take your chocolate ganache and pour that over the top. Oh yes. And this is still warm. Just scrape that all out. Again, we don't like to waste anything. Maybe just a little bit left at the end that we can lick the bowl. Gotta have that. Okay, and then just spread that all over the top. And it covers your whole slice. And then we're going to put that back. You can either put it in the fridge if you want it sooner rather than later. You can also put it in the freezer. And when that's set, it's all ready to slice it up and serve to all your friends. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys get to share this wonderful, super yummy treat with your friends, and have a super Merry Christmas in the next days. Thank you for joining us all this month. It's been super fun to hang out with you.